I now am going to announce the Vertex Diamond Award winner, Lise Pape of Walk with Path, and from AARP, Jacqueline Baker. So if you guys would both join me on the stage, virtual stage for our last fireside chat. There's Lise, and we'll wait for Jackie that will be joining us momentarily. Lise, good to see you. Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Yeah, good to see you too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I know in other times we would be celebrating with you face to face, but this is how we do award shows now.
So I know that would have been nice.
Right. Well, while Jackie is joining, I know she'll be with us momentarily. Why don't you talk a little bit about the challenge that you chose, or the problem that you're solving, and kind of your entree into the MassChallenge Health Tech Challenge?
Yes, of course. So we're working in the field of mobility. So essentially, we create wearables and data analytics software for the purpose of improving mobility and independence, as well as quality of life for people with chronic conditions like Parkinson's or diabetes. Okay. We are actually based in the UK and in Copenhagen. So we were over at MassChallenge in January, and we wish we could have been there a lot more, obviously. Right. But yeah, so we knew about MassChallenge from London because we took part in MassChallenge in a London program in 2015 when we sort of just started. Right. So we had a good view into what MassChallenge was offering. And obviously we thought that the program specifically in Boston was going to be really fruitful for us as it was more health tech focused. And so that was kind of our entry point, that we kind of knew what it was about a little bit already. Right. It's been great to be part of the program. And of course, with AARP, so I truly understand why they got the Champion of the Year award from our first one.
And Jacqueline's awesome too. If you work with Jacqueline, yeah, she's awesome. So, you talk about something that's quite interesting, being based in the UK and over in Copenhagen. So what do you think MassChallenge has done for you from a company that is based outside of the US and trying to learn how to bring a digital health solution and do business in the United States? Talk a little bit about what that experience would have been like had you not been a part of, say, MassChallenge.
Well, I mean, we applied at this time to MassChallenge Health Tech also because we felt it was the natural moment for us to be looking at the US market. And and certainly, that's really accelerated our understanding, working with both MassChallenge Health Tech and with AARP on things like understanding coding, reimbursement, but also on a lot of user testing that we've been performing together with AARP that has really allowed us to accelerate our product development. So that we would not have had access to had we not been part of the program. So some of the initiatives that AARP facilitated was testing with clinicians in the diabetes area, as well as users. We had a lot of research with users and clinicians in those fields. And it allowed us to kind of uncover some of the differences also with our previous research that was more Europe focused. Also in terms of, behavior and trust and other kinds of things and how data is shared. So those were really insightful research activities.
Right. So that's very interesting, and especially on top of that, to do so in time of a pandemic. I'm curious to know from your perspective, especially being across the pond, how did COVID impact this whole process for you? What did that look like from your perspective?
Well, we had a lot of user testing planned with AARP. We, in January when we were in Boston, we kind of set out the plan for the rest of the program. And it was heavily focused on user testing, and we were meant to be at their facilities in Washington, kind of throughout that process to conduct research in person. So obviously when COVID happened, we had to think about other means. But I think AARP luckily have a lot of experience in this and quite quickly adapted the strategies to make it more virtual based. So we went into kind of virtual focus groups where we had, lots of users on the screen at the same time sharing ideas. So to be honest, I think our research was very, very detailed, even though it was virtual, and very, very fruitful for our research. So it didn't really hinder us as such, that we couldn't be physical, but of course there's a lot of networking and so on that you don't have in the same way when it is virtual. So you might miss some subtle things, but I think overall, we made the best out of the situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. It seems that you have, and I would be remiss if I didn't want to get into some discussion about AARP. And I know we're having some technical issues, but I would like to ask you if there were 3 things that you would like to say that that were benefits, or three big things, main things that you got out of working with AARP. And you've touched on a few of those already. What would you say, or how would you describe the top 3 things or benefits you got out of working specifically with AARP?
I think there was a lot, to be honest. We've kind of had a weekly touch point. And I must say, I have felt throughout this time that AARP has been an extension of Walk with Path in a way. They've really been on board. I have felt the energy in the team, that they were really, as kind of interested as I was in finding out this research and finding out more about how we could bring the product to the market in the US. So I felt a lot of passion and spirit in kind of, doing the most for us as a company that they possibly could continuously. So I think that's definitely one that I felt that we felt that. Then, of course, all that user testing that we have done so far, and some of it is still ongoing, has been tremendously rewarding, because specifically it allowed us to develop a dashboard solution for clinicians that we didn't have previously. We had it kind of in pipeline, but not quite as confirmed. So it allowed us to develop it and to test it with clinicians based on all of that research. So that was amazing. And then now, more lately, we've also been looking at other ways in which we can use our technology. Outside of the direct relationship with AARP, we had some clinical trials that we were due to have in the UK. And obviously, all of that has been hugely delayed. So we also started looking at other ways we can utilize our technology for more wellness and general health. And AARP has been supporting that as well. So we've been able to do more research in that area. So I think, I see a huge willingness to really work with us on building our strategy and taking the research into different directions, which has been amazing.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's great feedback. And I know as we're coming to a close, I'll ask you, as the Diamond winner, if you look back and at the beginning of this process, if there's one thing you think that you did, or your organization did, that helped you secure winning, being the Diamond winner, what would you say that would be that you'd want to share with everybody?
To be honest, when I had the call that we were the winner, I was very, very touched and also very surprised. I did not see it coming. So I felt all the companies in the cohort were so strong, and I looked up to many of the things that they were doing. Everybody was achieving so many great things. I think we have a very good relationship with AARP. And certainly that helped us a lot in accelerating our development. So I would also say, I think somebody has mentioned it earlier, but to other companies joining MassChallenge Health Tech, really try to make the most out of it, everything you possibly can, and put focus into it, because it will be rewarding.
Right. Fantastic. Well, again, Lise, congratulations to you. Outstanding job. Jacqueline, wherever you are missed, but we know that you are here with us in spirit, and congratulations again to AARP.